You provide all them information to you.
Well, let me ask you this. What I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the piss out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that?
Okay, but don't you know?
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
You just talking to her though.
Yes.
With the information that she gave you, can't she tell you?
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from here.
Okay, but you want me to just take everything she says as fact?
All I'm just saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
If my mind gets ruined, my life is ruined, because then you can't think, you can't do things, you don't know what the fuck you're doing in life. It's like literally everything is the quality of your ability to think. And I knew that I was putting that in jeopardy.
Victim's identity will not be released in accordance with Marcy's law. On October 29, 2025, at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department accompanied by her attorney to report an incident.
Joe Rogan calls the leaked arrest bodycam footage shocking and says Gervonta Davis will need to focus on personal growth, discipline, and mental strength once he's released.
Overcome all those feelings of weakness that are inside of you.
Yeah, and it acts as like a forcing mechanism for discipline.
Yeah.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis comes under police scrutiny after the victim files charges, sparking widespread attention from authorities, media, and the public.
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I had somebody I have a driver that would take her away.
Get him over here then. If you're gonna kick someone out of your house, you know.
Sir, you don't have to do that.
I don't have to. I'm sorry. I don't have to do what?
Bravo, 17 miles to me.
Put your hands on her?
No, I did not. Of course she's gonna tell you if she. Okay,
did?
why did you ask that? Why did you ask?
Joe Rogan suggests that Gervonta Davis should now pursue something he genuinely loves and finds exciting, noting that it seems Tank has lost his true passion for boxing.
Finding a pursuit or a passion or something that you truly love that's engaging and challenging, that is exciting for you, and it advances you as a person. And the lessons that you learn in pursuing that thing, you apply to everything in your life.
Everything in life, man. Yeah.
Miami Gardens police have announced that they are actively seeking Gervonta Davis. Authorities, in coordination with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, are investigating him on charges of false imprisonment, battery, and attempted kidnapping involving his ex-girlfriend.
By her attorney to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate.
Username Hassan Onks reported that police have obtained video evidence supporting claims that Gervonta Davis assaulted his ex-girlfriend and are actively seeking his arrest. Authorities are investigating the allegations and reviewing evidence as the search for Davis continues.
By Miami Gardens police. Davis is accused of attacking a woman who works at a gentleman's club back in October. She says he left her battered and bruised. Police are not releasing the name of the woman or the club. They did say the pair had dated in the past. Now there is a warrant out for his arrest.
The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other.
Last month, 3 months before this incident, he was accused of assaulting the mother of his children in an episode that allegedly happened on Father's Day. Several previous charges were dropped when the alleged victims, though.
IFN Boxing reported on X that an arrest warrant has been issued for WBA lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis. According to ESPN, the warrant stems from an alleged domestic violence incident in October, with charges including false imprisonment, battery, and attempted kidnapping. Miami Gardens police confirmed they are working with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate Davis, and the search is ongoing. Analysts describe the situation as serious and fast-moving, with significant legal implications. Law enforcement reports and court documents indicate the alleged incident occurred at a gentleman's club in Miami Gardens, Florida, where the alleged victim was employed. The listed charges, battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping, are considered extremely serious. Legal experts note that Davis has not surrendered, prompting authorities to escalate their efforts. The involvement of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force is unusual and typically signals that law enforcement believes a suspect may be difficult to locate or is actively avoiding capture, marking a more aggressive phase of the investigation.
Also known as Tank. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. The victim further reported they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months. Lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. The Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis.
What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, and let's get straight into it because this is a serious and developing situation involving Gervonta Davis. So what exactly happened? According to law enforcement and court documentation, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Davis stemming from an alleged domestic violence incident that reportedly took place back in October in Miami Gardens, Florida. Police say the incident occurred at a gentleman's club where the alleged victim worked. The charges listed on the warrant are battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. As of now, authorities say that Gervonta has not turned himself in, which is a critical detail in how this case has unfolded. And this is where things change. Miami Gardens police confirmed they are working now with the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and arrest Gervonta Davis. This doesn't just happen automatically. When someone has an active warrant and law enforcement believes they may be difficult to locate, avoiding contact, or capable of crossing jurisdictions, U.S. Marshals are often brought in. For you guys wondering, what exactly do the U.S. Marshals do? I got you. They are the oldest federal law enforcement agency in the country, operating under the Department of Justice, and they specialize in the following: tracking and arresting fugitives, assisting with high-profile warrants, running joint task forces with local police, protecting federal court.
Reports indicate a heavy law enforcement presence at the scene, with officers positioned on the steps and media nearby, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. According to the victim, the incident occurred around 4:15 a.m. while she was working, when she was approached by Gervonta Davis. She alleges that Davis grabbed her by the back of the head and throat, forcibly leading her down a stairway toward a parking garage. Once in the garage, she says she was released and ran to her co-workers for safety. The victim also stated that she had known Davis since 2022 and that they had previously been in a 5-month intimate relationship, which ended about a month before the incident. Authorities confirmed that lead detective Gary Florencio reviewed surveillance footage that reportedly corroborates key parts of the victim's account, a detail investigators consider significant.
A press conference, they got like DAs on the step, because I'm telling you, because you guys can't see it, right? They got police officers on the step, I'm assuming media, and because I hear people taking pictures and things like that, so paparazzi, just to announce this, which we'll get into.
According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, the victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement.
Oh, so they got footage, I guess, some footage from the club. That's not good.
Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Gervonta Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend Mr. Davis. We are here.
Bro, what is going on? Like I'm gonna be real. On my channel, I keep it G. And in no way, shape, form, or fashion do I agree with assault or battery or these heinous type of charges. I have never condoned a man touching a woman.
Sean Porter weighed in on what a potential return for Gervonta Tank Davis could look like, noting that some matchups no longer make sense. Porter suggested that if Davis returns this summer, a rematch with Lamont Roach is unlikely, particularly after Roach's draw with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Porter criticized the inconsistent logic fighters often use when discussing opponents, praising a win one moment, then claiming styles make fights the next, which he believes doesn't hold up. Instead, he argued that Davis should target the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson at 140 pounds, emphasizing that size is no excuse since Davis has previously fought at that weight. Porter also addressed Davis' legacy, noting that even if he were to return and lose against elite competition, stepping up to face top-tier opponents would still earn him respect.
Tank were to come back 2020, who knows, in June, summertime, what you looking at Lamont Roach? Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I don't think he's going to fight him again. Yeah. Especially after the draw with Pitbull. Yeah. So I think that's like he can use that as an excuse, like, he can't even beat the guy that I beat, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. The same thing, boxers kill me because they'll say, on one hand, they'll say, he couldn't beat him and I beat him, and then they'll say, styles make fights. You know what I mean? It's all BS. Yeah. So I don't think that he's going to fight Lamont Roach. I think that he should be fighting the winner of Teofimo and Shakur. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. At 140.
I think he has no excuse to not fight Shakur at 140 because of the size. I think he don't want to fight. I mean, he shouldn't have an excuse to fight Teo either. You went up to 140 years ago to fight Mario Barrios. So
what do you say about his legacy though? Like, let's say he does come back and it's Shakur or it's Teo, and let's say he possibly loses. Do you give him love for stepping up and getting in the ring with those guys, especially if he continue to move on and fight other guys at 140, big names at 140? Or do you say, hey, you were gone, trouble, you came back, you weren't who you used to be, how do you look at the legacy if he come back against one of those guys? Those guys been active.